Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be? Good evening and welcome to another rendition of the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. But before we get to the racing action, we're going to send down trackside for the playing of our national anthem. And thank you for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem from James Grace there as we honored our great nation here. What a fantastic way to start off the night here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. First race was the J-Max Strong 50. Now to the Highside Double Down League Championship on the line here this evening at the dirt track of Charlotte. 100-lap A-main here tonight, and a lot of heavy hitters in the house here tonight. And it's going to be a fantastic show. Alongside of me is Rocky Battenfield. Down pushing the controls. Yeah, we're going to confuse you just a little bit. Todd Truan. We get ready, locked and loaded here for heat race number 1 already on the docket. It's going to be one and only heat race here, so it'll be rather quick here. So we have one heat race in store for us out there. It's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 61. That is Josh Peacock. Today's partner outside driving the number 25. or the 66, excuse me, that's Spencer Swafford. Inside row number 2 in the third starting position, that is the number 27 of Stephen Calavoda, and Chris Malone aboard the number 29, going to roll off in position number 4. Rolling off inside row number 3, that is Dylan Hutchinson aboard the number 95, and Justin Thompson aboard the number 98 is going to roll off 6. Rolling off 7th will be Tim Christensen aboard the number 27, and Josh Hessen aboard the 118, going to roll off 8th. Rolling off 9th will be the 269. That is James Grayson. Robert Fletcher aboard the number 77, going to roll off 10th. Rolling off 11th is Justin Sick in the number 17 machine, and then the 31 of Pete Kildee aboard the number 31, rolling off in the 12th position.
Yeah, Todd, we don't have a whole lot of drivers here tonight, but the guys we do have, they're top notch. I guess it's one of those quality over quantity races tonight.
Definitely have to agree with you, Rocky. A lot of top-notch drivers here in their own right here. The 61 and Josh Peacock, cannot believe he qualified in the pole. He was normally a street stock, kind of shied away from the street stocks now in that Bulletproof Motorsports sponsor machine. He is now pretty much set his way into the late models, the super late models, the pro late models, trying to work his way and trying to improve his skills in these types of cars.
Yeah, I mean, and the only way to get better in them is to start running them more, and then in order to run them more, you got to run the street stocks less. And, Josh has proved that he's made the jump over pretty good, and he's one of the top-notch guys on the late models right now.
Definitely his iRacing I flag, green flag comes over the air here for heat race number 1. And the 61 of Josh Peacock leads the charge down into turn number 1. And the 66 machine of Spencer Swafford right now drop kicked back to the 3rd spot. Stephen Calavoda working over the bottom side there, down next to the U-turn, side by side with Spencer Swafford as they head down into turn 1. Calavoda on the bottom, Swafford up top.
Yeah, this track's really good right now. It looks like there's a real good strip right through the middle, and real good spot right on the bottom they can drive.
Even Calavoda to the race lead here in heat race number 1. Look at that, as I was picking on him a little bit earlier about his Knoxville race. Calavoda to the race lead, normally known for his sprint car capabilities, now wheeling a super late model here. Calavoda to the race lead here in heat race number 1. Spencer Swafford running in that 2nd spot in the 66 machine. Josh Peacock drop kick back to that 3rd spot. Now starting to watch a battle for the top spot there between Spencer Swafford and the number 6 machine, or the 27 machine, excuse me, of Stephen Calavoda. Calavoda now hits the outside wall. Justin Thompson comes and cleans his Glock too. And then Stephen Calavoda going for a ride. iRacing going to throw the yellow flag out for Hanover Record Service. Tough break for Stephen Calavoda as Calavoda going for a ride over there in the corner.
Yeah, it looked like him and Spencer made a little contact going into 3, which just shot him straight up into the wall. And he's been on the other side of this as an admin at VLR for a long time, so let's see what he thinks about being the driver.
Yeah, I know. Tough break for Calavoda, making love to the outside wall. I'm not sure if that was a wise move, but we'll see what happens here with different things going on. 4 laps will remain here in this heat race. Now Calavoda going to have to be tailing Charlie here in that number 27 machine, so we'll see if he's going to be able to make his way back up through. Robert Fletcher right now running in 9th, so those guys right directly in front of them. So we'll see what's happening. It's a very, very stout field. Swafford, your current race leader. Josh Peacock for 2. Justin Thompson aboard the number 98. He's running in that 3rd spot. 4th will be the 29 of Chris Malone. Dylan Hutchinson is running in the 5th spot there in that number 95 machine. 6th is Jim Christensen aboard the number 27 machine. And then 7th, James Grayson, Joshua Hessen, in the 118 right now running 8th.
Yeah, Calavoda had some bad luck there, but the good thing about it is he's going to have a little bit of time in this race, and then he's going to have 100 laps to move through the field.
Definitely see how Stephen Calavoda is going to be able to do something here with the 100-lap race here at the dirt track in Charlotte. iRacing I flag, green flag back in the air. They've crossed that start-finish line. 2 laps will remain here for Spencer Swafford here in heat race number 1. Second still is the number 98 of Justin Thompson as he's able to get around I believe it was Josh
That was Josh
Peacock there.
Peacock. Yeah, I think
Peacock dropped back.
yeah, he fell asleep on the start right there, and looks like that Chris Malone has moved into second, and now Peacock's looking underneath him.
Yeah, we may have seen Peacock fall asleep, but back into that second spot. Off with turn number 4 for the final time here in heat race number 1, the one and only heat race. Spencer Swapper going to take down the heat race win. Second going to go to Chris Malone. Third, Josh Peacock. Robert Fletcher up to fourth. Fifth, Justin Thompson.
I've been running quite a bit with Robert Fletcher here lately, and he really likes this track. Once it starts to slick off, he gets really fast.
Waiting to see what happens here. Warm-up session going out. I'm not sure what they're going to do here for the warm-up. Final race of this season here for Highside Double Down. We've had every single race here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Glad to be a part of these guys. But before we get to any racing, we want to cover our sponsors here and make all the bells and whistles and stuff happen here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank Hanover Wrecker Service 1304-664-3848 in the West Virginia area. Give Tyler Blankenship a call and Hanover Wrecker Service. Head on over to iRacingIFlag.com. If you really want to be a step above the competition, get a hold of Jeff Brown, and he'll tell you how to be a step above the competition at iRacingIFlag.com. Also, thank Brian and Kathy Voiles of Voiles Trucking. Head on over to Facebook, Voiles Trucking, for all your trucking needs. Also got to thank BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. Use the promo code FVRN and get 25% off your first purchase, whether it's a web hosting or a VPN server. Well, they got what meets your needs over there, BladeNode.com. Also got to thank South Texas Speedway, Scott Bargloff at South Texas Speedway, Corpus Christi, Texas, place to race. Visit them on the web at www.southtxspeedway.com. Also got to thank Jag Keel and making dirt track racing great again, and Monstar Productions always bring a new guy out to the racetrack. The Northeast is pretty much ending their seasons up here in the dirt tracks. But I know out in the Midwest, there's still dirt track flying, there's still dust flying, there's still clay flying, whatever we want to call it. Well, hashtag making dirt track racing again. My Star Productions is Jake Keel. Also got to thank TDR-racing.net for our official Leaner, yeah, Turtle, Leaner, both of those, the official sponsor here from TDR-racing.net. Also got to thank Hard Motorsports for our official quick time of the evening, quick time for Hard Motorsports. Also got to thank Trash Panda Graphics, as Trash Panda Graphics coming aboard as our official points standings graphic for Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to thank CNC Custom Designs. Not only do they do different types of designs, they do graphics and engraving, and it's really, really cool. Engraved guns, and do whatever kind of graphics you want engraved. It's fantastic. Gonna have to show some videos sooner or later here on the Full Velocity Racing Network of the cool things I got to see. Also got to thank Full Throttle with the Gent and the episodes that's going on over there. If you haven't tuned into Full Throttle with the Gent, that's some fantastic stuff over there. Yeah, they're talking about NASCAR and different things going on in there, but it's awesome to listen to Brendan Spatafora spout off over there on the YouTube channel.
So Todd, I know we're winding down in the year. How many tracks you got around you that's still racing?
Well, this weekend we got the Turbo Blue finale, Skyline Raceway. It's about an hour and a half from me. I usually go up there. I used to race up there. I finished, I'm going to tell you, it's probably my worst track that I've ever been to. 13 DNFs out of 14 starts. I finished one race, but I was 2 laps down. That track was not my favorite. It's fun to go watch the races. I announced up there for 3 years. It's interesting to say the least. That's going on. There's a few dirt tracks here and there, hit and miss. Fonda Speedway, the Track of Champions, are going to go live here. They got the Fonda 200 coming up. There's probably 4 or 5 tracks. My home track, they have one more race left. It's October 11th and 12th, the Short Track Super Nationals, which will probably bring in 70 dirt big block modifieds. And then we'll have 305 sprint cars. It's a Friday and Saturday night show. A lot of cool things going on. The American Racer Cup, that's a cool thing that they did for the drivers there. Wind-free tires and different stuff. And American Racers paying out some big bucks in that.
Yeah, I live down here in the Oklahoma area, and We've got Muskogee Speedway out here. We've got a couple of races left here, and then well, we're going to run all the way till about the end of October. We'll go over to Fort Smith, and they've got the Spooker, which is a big event. Looks like we're going to go for a 4-wide salute.
What they're actually doing here, yep, looks like they're going to go 4-wide salute here on the Full Velocity Race Network. We'll let those guys gather that back up, and yeah, it's great to see some of the different tracks that are still staying out there. The biggest thing here in New York is a lot of the kids and stuff, football season, Friday Night Lights, and my local track. That's why we don't race any of September, is because of the Friday night high school football. Everybody actually tunes out. I mean, it's really cheap to go and watch those football games, and it's fantastic to watch the kids really try hard. So a lot of those guys give up racing for the September months, and like I said, October will go back because it's Columbus weekend. But as we got a 4-wide salute here at the dirt track at Charlotte, the final, I believe there's 8 cars out there, 9 cars out on the track right now. Beautiful 4-wide salute here is we're going to let show the pictures here just for a little bit longer and show these guys as they're going to take off and have I really want to see a start like this. 4-wide start, that would be fantastic here on the dirt track at Charlotte. As it looks like warm-up going to come to a conclusion, so I was going to take a brief pause for the cause. There's going to be none of that here, Rocky. We're going to have 100 big laps here at the dirt track at Charlotte. It's going to be a fantastic show. I don't know. Do you got your popcorn? Do you got your favorite drink ready already, Rocky?
Man, I went to McDonald's a while ago, got me an iced tea, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
I have my cheap Mountain Dew right now in front of me. Mountain Lightning, I guess is what they call it. So, I mean, I got a beverage. I'm caffeinated. I continue to caffeinate myself. Probably won't go to sleep very much tonight. But, again, these guys getting lined up down on the track. And the Hoyles Trucking starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 66 machine. That's the Red Rocket himself, Spencer Swafford. And his days of brother outside driving the number 29. That's Chris Malone. Inside row number 2 in the third starting position. That will be Josh Peacock aboard the number 61, the Bulletproof Motorsports number 61, and then Robert Fletcher aboard the number 77 machine. Going to roll off in position number 4. Rolling out 5th will be the number 98 machine. That's Justin Thompson, and James Grace aboard the 269. Going to roll off in position number 6. Rolling off 7th will be Joshua Hessen aboard the 118, and Dylan Hutchinson aboard the number 95. Rolling off inside row number 5, that'll be Tim Christensen aboard the number 27, and Stephen Calavoda aboard the other number 27, rolling off in position number 10. Rolling off 11th will be Justin Sick aboard the number 17, and Pete Kilney aboard the number 31, going to roll off in position 12. And that will be your 12 cars out there. So we call for 12. Justin Sick and Pete Kilney not answering the call. They're going to stay down on pit road. They're not going to, so we're going to have 10 cars to go 100 laps here tonight at the dirt track of Charlotte. Odds-on favorite, Rocky. We're gonna let you pick here early. We'll pick before this green flag drops. Who you got?
Odds-on favorite, Justin Thompson. Dark horse, Robert Fletcher.
I'm gonna go odds-on favorite. We're gonna go with Spencer Swafford. I'm gonna go with a dark horse of Stephen Calavoda.
Ooh, I like that pick.
As the iRacing high flag, green flag is ready to drop, it's in the air, the loud pedal is down, and we're racing down the first straightaway here with the Highside Double Down 100 here. Season finale on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Spencer Swafford to the race lead. It's Chris Malone right now dropping back. He's already back to the 3rd spot there as Justin Thompson moves into 2nd there for Malone. 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Malone down to the bottom. Peacock up top. In the middle is Thompson. What a race there for 2nd.
Boy, I hope this track stays like this because right now there's 3 good grooves.
Peacock eating the wall just a little bit, and that 61 machine going to drop way, way, way back. Let's see if he's going to be able to motor it back through. Remember, it's a long race. Attrition may play a toll here. We'll see what happens as Chris Malone moves into that second spot. Meanwhile, third is Justin Thompson. Here comes Fletcher biting it down to the bottom side, trying to get around Thompson. But Thompson right now has a good groove about this middle portion of the track, able to hold on to that third spot.
I tell you, your dark horse, Stephen Calavoda, is really working this bottom right now. If he can stay off the tires, he's going to be up there with them before long.
Yeah, Stephen Calavoda making it a 3 wide there momentarily. Calavoda up to the 5th spot. So number 6 machine on a mission. Yeah, you got to stay away from them Uke tires. They cause a lot of damage, not only to you, usually spinning right back out in front of the other cars, right directly in front of or behind you. So unfortunately right now, Calavoda running in the top 5 there. So making his way back up through the field. Good run for him.
Yeah, we got Robert Fletcher and Justin Thompson side by side for 3rd right now. Real good battle going on.
Yeah, Robert Fletcher had a good heat race there in the 77. He came on strong like you said he would. Moved his way all the way back up to the 4th spot there towards the end of that one. Now battling it on for the 3rd spot there with Justin Thompson. Thompson way right up next to that wall there. And the number 98 machine pushing the cushion there. The dirt track is Charlotte up against the wall. He's about the only guy that's full song up top.
Yeah, this track, once the top really comes in, that's where you're going to want to be. But right now, there's so much grip all over the place that you can keep pace down on the bottom. And I'm going back to Calavoda. He's running right on the tires.
Spencer Schwafford out to a 2.549 second advantage, now 2.733. So that is a really good advantage there for Spencer Schwafford there in the 66 machine. Justin Thompson working over the top shelf of the speedway, move him to position number 2. He works his magic around the number 29 of Chris Malone. Malone drop kicked back to 3rd. Stephen Calavoda now up to 4th in the number 27. Good run for Calavoda. Calavoda, like you said, working the bottom there to perfection right now. It's really hands-on for him right now.
Yeah, Spencer, I don't think he liked me picking Justin Thompson to win this thing. He's taking off and he's going and hiding.
Yeah, trying to create his own area code here tonight at Charlotte. It's going to be rather interesting to see how long they get that pace up. It's 12 laps of 100, so we still got 88 laps.
Calavoda, he's playing with the devil just a little too long down there, and he caught him a Uke tire. I know Phil loves those things.
Yeah, Phil definitely loves those things. I think I finally got him switched over to the Uke tire side of things. You don't want a wall down there. Walls will hurt you. You don't want a wall down there. Uke tires are the place to be because you can still salvage your car. You can. You really can. And you have a chance to actually make some differences down there with the Uke tire. But instant replay live on your screen, a little bit slower on that. But Calavoda hitting the Uke tire there, making a little bit of a dance move there, but able to land back on his wheels. We'll give him a 6.5 for that effort there, the 27 machine. But
yeah, the Russian judge gave him a 4, so.
Yeah, we'll give him a 6.5. Do you think that's fair? I think it is.
Yeah, just that pesky Russian judge, just he don't like you.
Yeah, you're right. He could have got 2 points extra for a leaner. That could have put him up with an 8.5. At least from us.
Yeah, I tell you what, we only have 10 cars, so I don't expect a whole lot of cautions in this. And I think whenever they happen, it's just going to be driver mistake, kind of like that last one.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be driver error. We are 15 laps in of 100 here at the Highside Double Down season finale. 100 laps. The distance here at the dirt track is Charlotte, and you got to take into consideration what's happening here with these cars. How fast do you want to get out front? Do you want to leave these guys? Spencer Schwafford was almost 3 seconds to the good over Justin Thompson. Now Thompson able to pull up alongside of those guys. Able to pull up alongside of Spencer Schwafford, not those guys. Thompson was able to motor around everybody on the outside. He was the guy that was making the outside work. Now he's going to restart on the outside of Spencer Schwafford. Is he going to be able to do anything with him here if the green flag comes out?
Yeah, it looks like right now Spencer's got that bottom really hooked up, and JT's fast on the top, but Swaffer's just a little faster on the bottom.
Yeah, Swafford a little bit faster there in the 66 machine as the 98 machine trying to wind it back up on the top shelf of the speedway as Justin Thompson just trying to make something work, and he got a really good run through the center of the corner there as Spencer Swafford still gets a good run down on the bottom. No catfish, and I don't think the bottom quite gone away yet, but the top side really starting to work in.
Yeah, as this track progresses, you're going to see everybody, I think, start going up to the wall, unless you can't drive the wall, and guys like me will still run the bottom.
Yeah, the wall is one of those things where it's a love-hate relationship. I've had some love-hate relationship in real life with a darn wall on the outside, and it's one of those things you can really capture a win up there, because nobody likes to go up there because of the damage it could cause you. Swafford moving up to the top shelf of the speedway. I've actually rolled over on a wall on the front straightaway in one of my race cars, so running the top side has its benefits, but it also has the worst parts of it too.
Well, you got a risk reward feature there, and sometimes the reward's worth it, and sometimes it's not.
Oh, yeah, and here at least you have the reset button. When you roll it over on the front straightaway, hitting the wall, in real life, you have no reset button. You have a really damaged car, and I know, but you have to go back to the top shelf of the speedway. Even if you wreck, you have to go back up there because it kind of rewards you more often than it doesn't. I mean, it's just one of those things.
Well, it's kind of like falling off the horse. I mean, you're going to have to get back on or get left behind. It's
Yep.
kind of how it goes. And a real racer, he's going to go where he's fastest.
Definitely. Right now, Spencer Swafford's been working over the bottom, but he's starting to move up the couple of lanes. He knows Justin Thompson pretty quick up top. As Thompson now back to the outside, pounding the cushion here through 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. He makes up some time in the middle of the corner there. You can watch it here with Spencer Swafford. But Swafford blocking the line. You can catch somebody. It's rather hard to pass him most of the time. Is now Justin Thompson going to peek to the low side just a tad bit. But Spencer Swafford keeping him at bay, slamming that door shut.
Yeah, and that's just really one of the cases. A lot of people have a complaint with the mirrors in iRacing. I don't know if Spencer would have gone up there if you couldn't have seen him, but for right now, that's kind of what we got. And Spencer's using it to his advantage.
I'm not a fan of the mirrors. You don't really have them in dirt track racing, but I'll tell you what, one thing that we don't have that you probably could here in real life, you can hear the cars coming. You really can. Most of the time you can feel them coming. Obviously you don't have that feel. Maybe that's why they substituted the mirrors into this.
Yeah, I mean, in real life, I mean, you can kind of move your head around a little bit. A lot of guys are still on a single screen like myself, and I use the mirror just more as a, hey, I don't want to jump up and run into somebody, and other people, they'll use them to make sure you don't get around them.
Maybe someday, Rocky, they'll make it so you can fully simulate and feel everything and hear everything. They're pretty close. I'm going to tell you, there's some simulators out there that I've seen and been a part of that was at a World Outlaw event in Lernerville. It wasn't this game. It was probably 5 years ago, and they had one that had hydraulics and shifted it around, and as you went into the corner, it bit down and did all kinds of different things with the late model. So it's rather close. I'm sure it's not that far off.
Oh man, I'm afraid I'd get out of that thing and throw up.
It was interesting. I'll tell you, I actually qualified quick time until the next person actually got in there. But I wanted that small little trophy they were giving away at Lernersville. But it was actually Dirt Track Racing 2 there, Rocky, and it was at Williams Grove.
Oh man, I wish I'd have known about that. I'd have come up and showed you how to do it.
We're going to go Monstar Productions on board with the driver of the number 66, Spencer Swafford, for a lap around the dirt track of Charlotte. All right, a lap around the dirt track of Charlotte. Spencer Swafford showing the quick way around as has distanced himself between himself and the 98 of Justin Thompson. Chris Malone running in third. Tim Christensen having a good run in that fourth spot. They've been duking it out here lap after lap. We're not even halfway. We're only 35 laps in of 100. Robert Fletcher running in fifth. Sixth is Josh Peacock. Stephen Calavoda running seventh, but he is looking back to the bottom. Man, he's awful close to them mute tires again. Hopefully you don't clip one of those things.
Yeah, Calavoda, he likes to play with fire, and you might burn him once, and he's going to go back down and try to get burned again.
Yeah, he might have liked the feeling there. He's kind of weird duck every once in a while, you know?
Yeah, he's a little different.
Yeah, to say the least. To say the least. We won't bash him too much because he'll come find us, Rocky. We don't want that. Meanwhile, up front, the 66 is Spencer Schwafford. Justin Thompson running in that second spot. Third is Chris Malone still duking it out there with the 27. Let's stay with this battle here for the third spot as Tim Christensen right now running in fourth. He's been running the extreme bottom down next to U-tires too. He cannot get around Malone. Malone's starting to push up the track a tad bit though. The 29 in the center and off the corner might be the way he's driving it and arcing it into the corner here. As you can just watch, you can't keep it down to the bottom. Christensen can. That's where he's making up the time.
Yeah, Malone, he's going in a little harder, and it's sliding up, and looks like Christensen's just kind of letting it roll in, and he's able to get back to the throttle just a little quicker. But right behind him, though, you got the 77. He's starting to come forward a little bit.
Definitely coming forward is Robert Fletcher there in that number 77 machine right now, running in that fifth spot. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do anything with these top two guys there in front of him, the third place car and the fourth place car. But I don't know. There's pretty much single file right now here at the dirt track in Charlotte. Josh Peacock, I guess there's a battle going on there for 6th and 7th there between Peacock and the number 6 of Calavoda. Calavoda still not going away from the bottom there. And that number 27 machine, side-by-side battle there with Josh Peacock. A great battle there on lap 42.
Yeah, I think Calavoda's not only battling Peacock, he's battling these tires on the bottom.
Yeah, definitely battling the tires on the bottom. And Tim Cummings out there saying, J-Max said, the 61 should win every race, no questions asked. No questions. No questions, it should be the 61.
Yeah, it should be, but there's other guys on the track who tend to question that.
Definitely. J-Max liking the car out there, liking Josh Peacock. As we concluded the events there earlier of the J-Max 50 here tonight, J-Max Strong 50. That was a fantastic event at the Knoxville Raceway with the Pro Late models. We ventured on over here to the dirt track of Charlotte for the Super Late models and the season finale here for Highside Double Down. And Josh Peacock actually was the quickest car out there for Hard Motorsports quick time here this evening, but struggling here in the future event. Race setup probably not as good as his qualifying setup. Right now, running in the 7th spot is Calavoda, and the number 27 moved up to 6th.
I'll tell you, the 77, he's gotten around Christensen and is looking for third right now as he's side by side with Malone.
77 to Robert Fletcher. That was a pick that you made earlier, that he comes on strong in race trim. 77 to Robert Fletcher now battling it out, duking it out for that third spot with the number 29 machine of Malone as he gets a little bit of a push there for Robert Fletcher. Still side-by-side battle for third, though.
Yeah, I think Robert Fletcher, he's going to need one more caution to get up there with the top two and see what he can do.
He's definitely having a great battle, though, with Chris Malone. Malone not giving up too easily as Robert Fletcher working over the top shelf of the Speedway middle group, I should say. Not quite the top shelf, but squeezing him down just a tad bit, trying to wrestle that away. He's going to do so and put the big old block on the 29 machine. Put him to position number 3. Can Fletcher catch the two cars in front of him? They're about 4.5 seconds ahead of him. Is Justin Thompson. Another 6.483 is Spencer Swafford.
Yeah, Robert, he really wanted to get down to the bottom, it looked like, and now that he's got him clear, I think he's going to pull away. And it looks like he might be a tick faster than Swafford right now. He really needs a caution.
Yeah, definitely needing the caution there. Yeah, you're saying a tick faster. He is indeed a tick faster. Last time by 16.570 for Robert Fletcher. Faster than both the cars in front of him. Thompson qualified or had a 16.586 and 16.689 was the number 25 of Swafford. So Swafford's starting to go away, but he also in lap traffic there.
Yeah, I was going to
Getting
say,
around the
he's got his
269.
hands full with James Grace right now. James is running that high side. I mean, he's not doing anything wrong. He's keeping his groove, but Swafford definitely would rather be on the top.
Yeah, right now he's working over the bottom, and he's losing some track time to Justin Thompson. But James Grace is staying out of the way, really, up top. He's running his line. That's what the blue with the yellow striped flag means. Hold your line here, especially at our local tracks. Some people mean to move over, go high, or go low, but the leaders and all the racers at our tracks pick that you just stay your line because you know you're coming up on them. That's what James Grace has done, and Swafford really working over the bottom, trying to close that gap and trying to get around him completely so he can go back to the top shelf of the speedway.
Yeah, most of the dirt tracks, I mean, the blue and with the yellow stripe, that means just, hey, hold your line, the leader's coming up, and it's the leader's responsibility to get around you. It's not yours to move over for him.
Definitely not. You don't want to roll over and die, but you also don't want to wreck the leader either. I've seen that happen a time or two, or lap traffic come down inside the top three and wreck one of those guys. So that's something you don't want to do as a lap car either. So it's kind of one of those things where you have to really play it by ear and figure out where you're going to be, how comfortable you feel with that car. Right now, James Grace able to run the top shelf of the speedway, but Swafford finally able to get by him and put him one lap down to the rear right now, currently running in the A spot.
Well, I tell you, I've been watching these times, and lap after lap, it looks like Robert Fletcher's the fastest one on the track. That bottom's really starting to come back in.
Robert Fletcher, indeed, it looks like he's catching Justin Thompson in a huge clip there in the 77 machine, now down to 0.6 seconds, 6.33. So he's almost closing up on his rear bumper. Thompson trying to go back down, but Fletcher, I tell you what, clicking off laps and very, very consistent in the number 77 machine. Able to run down Justin Thompson, now down to a car length as they enter the back straightaway here to turn number 3. And Robert Fletcher now knocking on the door here, Justin Thompson, as Thompson now has a rearview mirror full of the 77 of Fletcher. Fletcher dives her back down to the bottom like he has been doing. And now he's side by side for the second spot. Look at Robert Fletcher go, now into position number 2.
Oh, a little contact with Justin right there, but Justin, he let off and let him gather it back up. So, boy, I'd really like, for Robert's sake, I'd sure like to see a caution, but I guarantee Spencer's like, let's stay green for the rest of this thing.
Yeah, Spencer Swafford now out to a 5.566 advantage. We'll see if Fletcher able to catch him, but the 98 immediately went to the top shelf of the speedway, Justin Thompson. So Thompson now not going away. It's a good side-by-side battle there. And that may wear the 77 out a tad bit. We'll see what happens here. Is Thompson really reeling it up against the wall there, banging it off the wall, is the number 98 machine. So he's able to keep Fletcher down there. But Thompson not going away, still in that second spot.
Yeah, Thompson looked like he might have found something right up against the wall right now. He really picked it up once Fletcher got underneath him there.
I think he was just riding around in that number 98 machine. He knew Swafford was quite a ways ahead of him, but man, you're watching Robert Fletcher now turns into the slower of the two there between second and third. He is still faster than the race leader. Those guys both starting to track down the race leader, now down to 5.4.
Yeah, it's a long road to hoe, though. It's a long way up to Spencer. I mean, Spencer's really checked out, and he's run a good, clean race.
He definitely has. As he started on the pole, he's led every lap so far, or well, every lap but 2 laps, I should say, as Spencer Swafford. So the 77 of Fletcher not going away, still battling it out for second. This has been a great side-by-side battle for the last time. I'm going to say 5 laps now. Thompson's still up against that wall in that number 98 machine. Robert Fletcher not letting him go away, though, in the 77.
Yeah, they're running side by side, and they're running pretty much identical laps with Spencer Swafford right now, which is totally fine with Spencer because every lap that clicks off is just that much closer to a race win for him.
Yeah, definitely agree for that. There's a 77 of Robert Fletcher now backing out of the throttle, allowing Justin Thompson to pull away just a tad bit. 2 to 3 car lengths now on the 77 as Fletcher ran him down. Thompson said, no way, I'm going to find something different and get on my high horse and make sure I stay in that second spot. But Spencer Swafford, your race leader by 4.983 seconds in his own area code right now, has caught the tail end here of the lead lap again with a 61 look as he looks to put down a lap to the number 61 of Josh Peacock. That will allow 5 cars left on the lead lap here on lap 72 of 100.
I tell you, Justin has really found something. He just took off from Robert, and looks like he's catching Spencer a couple of tenths a lap right now.
That should put him about, I'm going to say probably about, it should put him right there towards the end of this one if he can continue to save 0.2 of a second off. The number 66 is Spencer Swafford. Last time by, it wasn't quite that much. It was actually lost that time last time by. He lost 0.249 that last time by. So Justin Thompson now starting to slip back again. And Spencer Swafford immediately goes to the outside.
Yeah, looks like every time Justin gets a little run on him, he'll bobble a little bit, hit the wall, and Spencer will pull that gap back out.
Definitely 3/4 of the way through here on lap 75 of 100, so only 25 laps left. Basically a Saturday night feature here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank everybody for tuning in. It's been kind of a light crowd here tonight for the second rendition. I think everybody tired out from the Max Strong 50 here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Starting to see some of these guys not be on, so we have 24 laps left here, and it's been all Spencer Swafford. Maybe that's why they're leaving. Spencer's just checked out from the field and just putting on a clinic.
Yeah, went back to Robert Fletcher, and I mean he's losing. It looks like almost a second a lap right now. So I don't know if his car just went away or fatigue might have actually got to him. I mean, this is a long race.
Definitely grueling. It's a grueling pace to set, and if you're not used to a long green flag run, it starts to tire you out, and that's what's happening to some of these drivers. And unfortunately, Fletcher and Thompson, those guys all falling victim to this long green flag run.
Yeah, a lot of people think, well, this is just a game, but this is about as close to real life as you're going to get. And I mean, you're behind the steering wheel for 25 minutes, and you can't make a mistake. It becomes real grueling. I mean, it's mentally and partially physically in this simulation.
It's definitely tough. The longest race I think I've had is 50 laps, and that was tough for me. And I tell you, on a hot summer day, it almost felt like I was in my race car because I was sweating so much by the time I was done with that 50-lap race. It was pathetic. I mean, if I had my full racing gear on, I probably could have lost 10 pounds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course, I've got the comfort of air conditioning here in Oklahoma, so we don't get quite that hot, but...
Well, you might as well have, we have fans out here. I mean, we could run an AC, but my son not able to have AC in the house, so we have to adhere to the doctor, so we can run fans. I mean, the fans do a good job, but when it's 98 degrees out, it's 98 degrees out. It's going to be about 98 degrees inside.
Yeah, hot air getting blown by air is just still hot air.
Yeah. They say the sweat's supposed to is what's made to cool you down, but you're already to a hot point right now, and it's really not going to help you that much.
I'll tell you what, I'm kind of looking through here, and it looks like Chris Malone's starting to run Fletcher down. He's got it down to about 0.8 of a second on him and closing in as this race is clipping off.
Definitely clipping off, and a guy notable guy that has pulled off the track car already, Stephen Calavoda. I think the distance race was too long for him. Already 26 laps down, so we got the miss and pull off. That was probably around halfway home.
Yeah, I think he either got tired or got tired of the Ute tires, one of the two.
Yeah, the Ute tires may have won. They may have knocked him out.
I noticed he didn't go get a quick repair after he hit it the first time, so he might have just been fighting a ill-handling car and said to heck with it.
Yeah, it could have been that, ill-handled car, to say the least. I mean, you want to go down and get a quick repair. There's 13 laps remain here, and I tell you, I don't think anybody's going to catch Spencer Swafford. I could probably safely say 6 seconds, almost 6 seconds for the number 66 machine over Justin Thompson, Robert Fletcher for 3, Chris Malone for 4, fifth right now is Tim Christensen, 6 is James Grace, Josh Peacock now retired from the event here in the number 61. So 6 cars left on the track, only 5 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, we got 11 laps left, and I bet 4 of the 6 that left on the track is really going to be happy when this is over.
It definitely is. Laps clicking down. 10 laps remaining here at the dirt track in Charlotte. Spencer Swafford still holding a commanding lead over Justin Thompson. Thompson holding a commanding lead over Robert Fletcher. Fletcher running 3rd, and 4th is Chris Malone. Malone starting to reel him in. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to reel in Fletcher. We'll just have to wait and see. Tim Christensen running in the 5th spot, and 6th James Grace. He's motoring around. He's 1 lap down, but he's still putting around to get into points because, again, this is a points championship series here at Highside Double Down. So we'll see what happens. See how the points all shake out. See who's actually going to be the points champion here tonight. But Spencer Swafford continues the lead here. And, man, he's just quick.
Yeah, and I mean, right now he's in cruise control. He's just getting these laps in and figure, hey, I got 7 laps left. Let's go ahead and just ease on through this, and nobody's close enough to do anything about it.
And just don't make any costly mistakes here for the 66 of Spencer Swafford, and you should be able to make it home. Last time by Justin Thompson quicker by 1/100th of a second. So Justin Thompson closing in, but I think it's a little bit too late. 5.5 seconds now separating those guys. Swafford just letting out the throttle probably. He's going to the top shelf of the speedway, just messing around here. He's created his own area code here tonight. 5 laps remain here. The dirt track is Charlotte.
Yeah, Spencer's actually gone to the bottom, and he's just, I think he's just having fun at this point. And, man, he's really just letting off, rolling through the corners, and just taking it easy.
Definitely taking it easy there. And taking it easy, guess what? He went from 5.5 to 6.233 seconds. So Swafford expanding his lead, and well, it looks like he's taking it easy. He's actually expanding it on Justin Thompson.
Yeah, it may be one of those deals where, hey, you go a little slower and you actually pick up speed. I mean, it's one of those oxymorons that seem to work in racing sometimes.
There's popsicle sticks coming out in the air. 2 more trips around the speedway for Spencer Swafford in the number 66 machine. We'll see if he's able to hang on or if he's going to clip one of those U tires as he's been getting down there on the track. Justin Thompson running 2nd. 3rd is Robert Fletcher. And he has a comfortable gap over Malone, but Malone's only about 5 car lengths back there, so we'll see if he's going to be able to hold on to that one. As the white flag out in the air there for the number 66s are already into turn 3 for the final time. Looking to put down James Grace another lap, but off of turn number 4, picking up the 100-lap race here at Highside Double Down, Spencer Swafford. And the number 66 machine, Justin Thompson, now just coming off of 4. Going to finish up 2nd, Robert Fletcher. And we're just waiting for him to come off. Oh, he's out of gas! Robert Fletcher going to lose 3rd there at the line. Chris Malone going to take down 3rd. Robert Fletcher going to just roll slow into 4th. Tim Christensen, James Grace, Josh Peacock, Stephen Calavona, Dylan Hutchinson, Josh Hessen, Justin Sick, and Pete Kildee.
Yeah, it sure looked like Robert Fletcher might have miscalculated how many cautions we were going to have in this race, because that might have been why he really slowed up once he got to Justin Thompson about halfway through that race.
Yeah, definitely. That's hard. That's man. What a great race for Robert Fletcher. But going to take down the 3rd spot there, or 4th spot there instead of the 3rd. No podium finish for Robert Fletcher, but a great race here over here at Highside Double Down. And what a show these guys put on for just the few cars they had. Like you said, quality over quantity.
Yeah, that was Spencer Swafford. He put on a show for us tonight, and had a pretty good race for 2nd for a while, but over 100 laps. I mean, everybody kind of spread themselves out, and kind of made their own little area there. And good race. Congratulations, Spencer Swafford.
And definitely congratulations. We're going to make our way on over to Discord. So we're going to take a brief pause for the cause. Get your top three to interview them here, and maybe even a points champion here on Highside Double Down here in just a minute on Full Velocity Racing Network. And welcome back to Full Velocity Racing Network, your sport racing. We're down here in BladeNode.com Victory Lane. We're going to make our way to Chris Malone. The guy who got third here tonight won the championship by 3 points over Justin Thompson, who's going to bring home second. But Chris, I tell you what, third place finish there. Robert Fletcher running on the gas there towards the end of that one. Malone, you were able to get around him on the outside there out of turn 4, but podium finish and a championship here tonight to boot. Tell us about your season and tell us about the race tonight.
It was great, man. My arms are just gone. They feel like noodles. I'm sure the other drivers are the same way, but it was a great race all the way around. It was nice and slick, and everybody ran a good, clean race. Me and Fletcher there, yeah, for a while we battled. I was catching him. He'd, pull back ahead a little bit. I'd catch him, pull back ahead, and he ran out of gas there in turn 4, which was just not good because I had thrown a huge slide just trying something to get around him. But great race, Fletcher, Thompson, Swafford, everybody. It was a good night, and the whole season, it's been one of those where you gotta be patient, and then at the same time keep in mind, top fives are huge.
And definitely consistency the key, and the nice twerks that James Grace has put on this series over here, Highside Double Down, awesome too to boot. So I'm going to give you the microphone. You can thank who would like to thank a championship here tonight for the number 29 team, and a third place finish here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So We got to give you a little limelight here, so take it away there, Chris.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody at Team TVR. It's our race team. Cody, Jason over there, all the guys. We got some new guys. Chris Fletcher, he spotted for me tonight. It's been great all the way around with them. Silver Fox Race Ready Wraps. They do all of our wraps. Go check them out on Facebook. Does great work. And then Luke J Designs. It's my wife's design company.
All right. Well, we're going to let him get to partying here. Championship here at Highside Double Night. Driver of the number 29, Chris Malone. I'm going to make my way over to James Grace. James finishing third in the championship here to this season. And James does a lot of other stuff for us here at Full Velocity Racing Network too. But bringing home a third place finish in the points. Been driving the wheels off that thing here this season there, James, to bring home third in the level of competition that's been here all season long. Tell us about your season.
It's definitely been up and down season. The key to finishing up in the top three was just getting the car to the finish line every race, and I managed to do that. I completed every race and had a lot of fun. Kept the car clean. I was hoping for a better pull tonight, but I just couldn't get the car to stay hooked up the way I wanted it to. It was way too loose in the middle and way too tight in the entry, and then it would go way too tight in the middle and way too loose in the entry. So no matter what I did, I just couldn't get it to come together tonight. So,
well, you were able to have a fantastic season. Third place is nothing to hang your head up. Championship, at least I don't think, with the caliber of drivers that we've seen here all season long. But James, what is up and coming here? What is up and coming here for Highside Double Down? I know you mentioned that you have a new job that you'll be starting here soon. I think I hear grumblings of Justin Sick starting to start a series. What's going to go on here after this here at Highside Double Down?
As far as I've got going, I am starting a new job, so I'm going to be taking a step back for a while. Dylan Hutchins has taken over the league, so as far as its continuation, that's going to be pretty much on him and Andrew Hawkins at the time. I'll still be around. I'll still be running races, but I had to free up my schedule a little bit for my new work schedule that I have.
Well, a championship here, third place in there is Hutchins and Andrew Hawkins' hands here to go on into the future. James Grace going to be racing, but freeing up his schedule. But James, I'm going to allow the floor and thank whoever you'd like to thank here this season. Everybody that made things happen here at Highside Double Down and everything that happened. All your sponsors for yourself.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to thank you guys. You put on an awesome broadcast for us. Every time you come out, it's always very professional. I'd like to thank our sponsor that helped us for the season with the broadcast, Apex Subsidiaries. As far as that goes, I'd definitely like to thank all my family and friends that always tune in to watch. And, as always, a huge thank you to the drivers that come out and watch the race and race for us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up third place in points and the head admin here at Highside Double Down, driver 269, James Grace. I'm going to throw down to Rocky Battenfield, who is caught up with second place Justin Thompson, who finished second place here, not only in the feature, but second place in the championship run. But Rocky, take it away.
Hey, Justin, how you doing? Got second tonight, second in the championship, and that's a long race, man. How'd that feel going 100 laps around that place with just one?
It felt all right, I guess. Car wasn't near where I needed it to be. Very uncomfortable. I mean, it was all right up until about midway through the race when Spencer moved up there to the top side with me, and then it's like I just lost whatever was holding my car. As soon as he got in front of me, my car just quit holding at all. So, I mean, I don't know what happened there, but it just quit holding. I got into the wall a few times trying to, not let the two guys behind me catch up to me because I didn't want Malone to even get close. And, either way, it didn't work out for me. The guy that was running right behind me, between me and him, kind of ran out of gas coming to the line, and that sealed my fate on the championship. But I'll take P2 overall in the series, and I'll take P2 for tonight. Spencer had his car hooked and he was gone.
Yeah, we noticed about halfway through, it looked like Robert Fletcher kind of caught you, and then looked like you found something on that high side where you actually started catching Spencer a little bit. I mean, did the car just come back in right there? Did you just he slow down? What happened?
I mean, once Fletcher was caught up to me, Spencer was a good bit of ways from me again, and all of a sudden the car wanted to hold again up there. When Spencer and I were running right there after that restart, the car just didn't want to hold when he was up there in front of me. So I don't know what was going on, but I mean, I guess I've got it too dependent on the airflow.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think iRacing did a little bit with their airflow on how it affects the cars on this build. I mean, it looks like you probably noticed that quite a bit.
Well, if they change something with aerodynamics of this car for this build, I definitely felt it tonight. It's huge.
Yeah, well, Justin, second place tonight, second over for the series. Why don't you tell us who makes it happen for you and your race?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank James and Highside Double Down for the series over here. I've had a blast running it. Full Velocity Racing Network. I appreciate y'all, everything y'all do here, and just shout out to Todd. I appreciate you coming on board as a sponsor a couple weeks ago. I appreciate that. My team, Reignition Esport, Supermoon Graphics, Dirt Track State of Mind, and iCore Racing Leagues.
All right, Justin, we appreciate that. We'll walk over to Spencer and see what the winners got to say. Spencer, man, you were a man amongst boys tonight. You kind of checked out and never looked back.
Yeah, the car felt really good. I wish I would have put some more fuel in it. I actually the only reason I was running the bottom there was I measured for fuel for the bottom. I didn't expect the top to come in like that, but it definitely hooked up tonight, and that was a car I've been needing. This is the third week in a row I've had a series here at Charlotte. You learn a few things after you run a lot of races here, and it turned out to actually work out for me running them. So very happy that this car performed tonight.
Yeah, definitely practice made perfect for you tonight. How much fuel did you have left at the end, just out of curiosity?
I had about 0.9 gallons left in it, I think is what it was. I know it wasn't over a gallon.
You was good for another 6 or 7 laps then.
Yeah, if I'd ran the top 10 more laps, I wouldn't have made it on fuel is the thing. So I had take it easy there in the bottom and put around for a little bit, but it ended up working out because the bottom was just as quick as the top.
Yeah, well, man, you were absolutely flying tonight. You were fun to watch. Got into lap traffic there for a little bit, and it looked like you had a little trouble getting around. I think it was James, and once you cleared him, man, it looked like it was just clean.
Yeah, and when you're racing lap traffic, you just got to trust them, and I do trust him with that. And as soon as I got around him, it was just clean air, basically. Like Justin was saying, I got in front of him and took the air off his nose. I guess I didn't know that was a physic, but now we know it is. And that there changed his whole race. But it it was really weird because as soon as I caught him, I was stuck to the bottom and I kept spinning my tires. I checked the tire temps after it, and it was actually probably as good as I would run in a 30 lap race. So I don't know what all was going on right there. It was all below 200 degrees, so I could have probably changed my tire pressure a little bit more and been better in the long run. But it was definitely hooked up, and wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, man, 100 laps. I'm sure you're exhausted. I'm gonna let you go ahead and let us know who gets it done for.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the team HRE Motorsports, them guys that gave me a new home. Reignition Esport also, them guys, they helped me out and get to where I'm actually at right now. No hard feelings there. Justin, he helped me out. Dirt All Access, Full Velocity Race Network, Highside Graphics, Evil Lawn Care, Team Friday, Dirt Draft, iRacing iFlag, and Meat Freaks Jerky. They're awesome, amazing group of guys there. But all of them people, they just helped me get to where I'm at today.
Well, awesome, man. Congratulations on your win tonight. And I'm going to throw it back over to Todd, and I think he's got the series champion.
I already got to talk to the series champion. Pretty much done the evening on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you, Double Down, for their hospitality here. James, fantastic job. All the drivers, thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of this one here. Highside Double Down series is over here on Thursday nights. Hopefully, we'll see more of these guys on the track here on Full Velocity Racing Network. I know tomorrow night we have another broadcasted race, and we'll go over there and see those guys on Friday night. But till then, I'm Todd Stanton alongside of me, Rocky Battenfield, pushing all the controls down there in the broadcast production booth. That is Todd Truan. And till tomorrow night, we'll see you then at the races.